Let's see. We are live Monday. It's one thing to post videos or whatever when you are, have a green screen, or it's another to make a video and then edit it and make it really nice. It's another thing to just go live. First of all, if you're watching the replay, welcome in. We are live Monday morning. It's 9:51 a.m. Today's date, I think, is April 7th. I could be wrong on that, but if I am, double check me. I think it's April 7th, right? Live from Suriname. And we are talking, well, about a bunch of stuff. But, oh, I need to get my hair done. I got a new hair person who I think is going to be able to get my hair done for cheaper than I got it done last time. So, we'll see. I think the last person tried to overcharge me because sometimes people know I'm a tourist. And here's my main man. He's coming in. Where is he? Right there. Boom. Oh, there you go. They're setting up the pool. I actually jumped into the pool at like a couple of minutes before the pool was open, so that's my fault. But we're still live. So I'm gonna put this up here. Oh damn, that person just came out of nowhere. I'm gonna put this up here. Um, let me see. Hopefully my phone doesn't overheat. The market hasn't opened yet. The market is gonna open in about an hour and a half, and I will tell you why I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it because I've been talking about the stock market and how you should buy at the top, you should buy at the sorry, buy at the bottom, sell at the top. And two things happened. Almost no one sold at the top because everybody doesn't believe that the market will go down when it's at the top. And then when it's at the bottom, everybody is scared to buy. So now what's happening is that the market is bottoming out, it's going down, and then people refuse to buy at the bottom. You can see that doesn't make sense. One of the first principles of investing is that you have to buy at the bottom, sell at the top. And in 2024, that was the top. Now we're approaching the bottom. I love you too. Who's that? Sex vet. Where are you watching from? I appreciate you guys tuning in. YouTube has been going really spectacularly. And we've grown 200 subscribers in the last month alone because you guys really want to get us to 1,000 subscribers. And we are like 80 people away from 1,000 subscribers. So I really enjoy that. So if you're just joining us, tell me where you're joining from, and we're gonna have a conversation. But then, are you rich? I mean, it's 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, and this is I'm at the hotel. So I mean, you do the math. Um, what we talk about here is money. We try to help people. Um, and people joining us from all over the world. Last week I go live every day, by the way, every weekday. I've been going live every weekday since March. No, since the end of February. So that's 2 months of going live every single weekday. Because what we want to do right now, I give away one scholarship, two scholarships, one in Jamaica and one vacation, and I want to give away more scholarships. Can I dive? Yeah, I would. I actually just dove, which is why I'm wet. I'm not sure if you can see gonna call me just now. Let me put my phone on do not disturb. So I'm not sure if you can see the drops coming off of me. But yeah, I just came out the pool and I have in my AirPods. Hey, Miguel. Hola, hola. Zion, I hope I'm answering your question. Hello, Sex Vet. Hello, where you watching from? Tell me where you're watching from. Come on and show me some love because we're going to be talking about some interesting stuff. We're going to go live for maybe 20 minutes. You can see some people diving or in the pool there. Can you see them? No, you can't see them yet. Okay, it's fine. They're behind the thing. Hola, amigo. Hola, amigo. Hola, amigo. Migos. Very good rap band. However, talking about investing, right? Okay, so here is Bro, you are me. I guess. I guess. Welcome in. Show some love. Show some love. Tell me where you're watching from. Please tell me where you're watching from. We had people from Ghana, from Tanzania. We've had people from Egypt. We've had people from obviously the States, from Canada, from Australia, um, from Uganda, from Ghana. Did I say those already? We had somebody from Tobago, not Trinidad, but from Tobago, which was very cool. Yes, please sub. Listen, here's my plan. I want to use the money that we get from YouTube to give away more scholarships. Right now, I send well as a team, we send um do you remember me? Yemidin? I do. Welcome back in, my friend. Um we want to send more people to college. So right now we send people to college from Jamaica. We have a scholarship set up. So then if once YouTube takes off, we can use this money, 100% of this money to send more people to college, right? And we can also give away more vacations because the people need a break sometimes to just go somewhere and relax and de-stress, right? And I think that's pretty cool. So you can see somebody swimming in the pool there. Awesome. Actually, they were in the gym with me. So yeah. So I appreciate when you guys subscribe because we're really trying to grow this thing. And the last month we've grown, we've grown by 200 subscribers. So that has been pretty, pretty fantastic. I actually just finished swimming, my friend. That's why I'm wet. I'm not sure if you can see my clothes are wet, but I can't swim right now because I have in my AirPods, and that's how I'm able to right go live because of my AirPods. Is my service cracking up, or can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, bam, 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 bam. So right, so in a market crash, the basics of investing. If you can buy when the market is low, when the market is low, you can buy. Then when the market picks back up, you're going to make a lot of money. This is the basics of investing, but people get emotional and they don't buy when things are low. Bye, Zian. I'll see you tomorrow. People don't buy when the market is low. That makes no sense, right? People get scared. That does not make any sense. So then, if you're talking about investing, here is how you end up in a place like this. You actually have to learn how to control your emotions. And that's not a male or female thing. That's not a man or woman thing. Everybody has to learn to control their emotions because literally it is the number one cause of people losing money in the stock market. The number one cause. Think about this. The market is going to open in about half an hour and it's probably going to go down because people are scared of trade wars. Now, why are people scared of trade wars? Because of a few tariffs? Okay, let's say the tariffs happen. If the tariffs happen and everything goes on sale, what happens when t-shirts go on sale? People buy. What happens when shoes go on sale? People buy. Cars go on sale. People buy. Then why are we selling stocks? That doesn't make sense. The companies are still doing fine. Apple is still growing. Google still growing. Meta still growing. Palantir still growing. Then why are you selling these companies? That does not make sense, right? Don't trade like a noob. Trade like an investor. Trade with emotional control. Trade like you are a smart person, right? So the reason I'm telling you this is because hopefully there's a lot of people who don't make a lot of money, and I don't want you to be one of them. Still, if you know what you're doing, then right now is when you actually should be buying stocks. Right now is when you should be actually looking for real estate to buy. You should be looking for businesses to buy. You can do that. Right now is when you should be looking people are looking at crypto. Crypto is down 30%. Let's say it goes down 40%, goes down to $65,000. Boom. You should be buying. If crypto goes down to $65,000 and you know that it can double, why would you not buy? Put your favorite cryptocurrency in the chat because I really want this to make sense for somebody. If crypto goes down, you should be buying because then you end up a 25, 30-year-old with $500,000 in crypto. That's a really good position to be in, right? But it starts. When does it start? When do you actually start to build such a portfolio? You start in a market crash. You start when things are cheap. You must buy when things are cheap. You must buy when things are cheap. I'm going to keep repeating this so that somebody out there gets it. You must buy when things are cheap. You must buy when things are cheap. Do not buy stocks when they're on the way up. Do not buy crypto when they're on the way up. Buy it when it's down and when it's been down for a while, because that's probably the bottom. So then now, as things are falling, you should be shopping, just poking around. Hey, what's on sale? What's on sale? What's 30% off? What's 40% off? Get them while they're cheap. That is how you get rich. Get stocks while they're cheap. Have emotional control. Don't watch the news. The news is all fake. The news is going to tell you to sell your stock so that they can buy it. And then they're going to sell it back to you when it goes back up, because you are the exit strategy. They're playing the game right in front of your face. Don't be a sheep. All right. No, you guys didn't want to hear me preach about stocks on a Monday morning. So, on to a different topic. On to a different topic. I've been having fun in Suriname. Let me just say, I've been in Suriname since January. The food is great. I've been having a lot of roti and curry chicken and curry duck. All amazing foods. Um, what else have I been having? What did I have last night? Oh, I had I had chicken and shrimp pasta that was spicy. I'm actually probably going to put it on my Instagram story. It was fantastic. Um, yeah, Suriname has been amazing. I didn't like it the first couple of weeks. The reason I didn't like it is because I felt like in Suriname, I was experiencing quite a bit of racism. And, I've been black all my life. So I'm not going to say I'm used to racism, but I've encountered racism all my life. But I feel like here, it was pretty in my face. And the reason why it was in my face, here's what happens in Suriname, I think. Surinamese people don't own a lot of stuff. So like 90% of the country looks like me, but they don't own anything. The 10% that do own stuff, they're Chinese and Indian. And so then I come in, and who do I look like? The 90% of people who don't have any money, right? That's what I think happens. And yeah, am I going to put this on the internet? Yeah, I should, because that's my experience. And I could be wrong, but I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this live. So I look like the 90% of the population that does not have any money. Then I walk in looking like myself, and I will dress in pajamas, or I'll dress up, or I'll dress down, or I'll dress in my flip flops, and people treat me differently because they don't know where on the spectrum I am. So then I walk into a five-star restaurant here in Suriname in shorts, and then people treat me like I'm a stray, like I don't belong there. You know what I mean? And that happened like several times in the first 2 weeks, until eventually I was like, no, this is crazy. Like people were like really disrespectful. There's one guy I walked into a supermarket and I spoke English, and he shooed me right in front of my face. He was a Chinese guy, shooed me like like a peasant. Crazy. Um, and he's smaller than me. I'm bigger than him. I'm taller than him, but he felt so bold to do that. You know. Anyway, that happened my first 2 weeks staying here, and so the reason that I wanted to leave was because I don't want to be in a place that, one, it's not the most comfortable country to be in. And then two, why would I want to be somewhere that doesn't welcome me with open arms? Because in Brazil, people love me in Brazil. People love me in Peru. People love me in Argentina. People, they love black people. They love Jamaicans. They love Americans. So why would I want to stay in a country where I don't get that love? Simple math. But I decided to stay, and then I found some cool people, and you know, I started dating, and I found some friends, and we started going out, and it's been fun. So That's why I'm still here. That's been my experience in Suriname. So if you're ever coming to Suriname, after this, I'm going to Guyana. Then after that, I probably go to Grenada, and then at some point, I need to get to Jamaica because I have a wedding for my best friend in November. Shout out to you, JP. He's getting married, and their marriage is amazing. Their relationship is amazing, and I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud to be a best man at that wedding. But anyway, back to you guys. Where are you guys watching from? That's me. I was just talking to somebody about influence. I was just talking to somebody about influence. Okay, let me go over there. And I was telling him that I don't really like to call myself an influencer. And the reason I don't like to call myself an influencer is because I feel like influencers don't really give any information. Like, okay, no disrespect to Kai Senat, no disrespect to um, Speed or I can only really say this about Mr. Beast, but no disrespect to any of these guys, but are they really helping you to live a better life? Are they teaching you about personal finance? No, they have gambling deals. Are they teaching you how to be more emotionally controlled, how to strike business deals, how to negotiate? No. But that's what influencers are for. Influencers are not meant to teach you anything. They're meant to really brain rot. And I'm not really for that because I don't think brain rot helps you. I think it's much more influential to come on and say, young men, get in shape, start to dress well, learn how to talk, right? And the more money you get, be honest with young men, the more money you get, the more attractive you can become to females. This is statistically proven. Get as much money as you can because men, money will help you. That is much more appealing to me as a message, right? And so then you have a lot of influencers that are not really helping people. They're just talking, they're just chatting, and you're wasting your time. And I never want to be one of those people. If I come on and start telling you that, like you don't see me drink, you don't see me smoke, you see me work out. Look, I'm fit. I'm by the pool talking to you guys. Discipline every single weekday for the last 2 months I've been live. Do I have to do this? No. But you're seeing me pursue my goals right in front of your face. Discipline, right? These are the messages I think should be coming from influencers, right? But that's not what we see, is it? That's not what we see. Instead, we see a bunch of people just telling you, oh, yeah, 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 telling you about drama and just BS, like at the Kardashian show. Now, Kim Kardashian is a fantastic business person, but would she ever tell you how to run a business? No. Now, obviously, you can study her and you can study what she does and you can learn from her. But if she were to come on and talk about business and how to grow a business and how to grow a $1 billion brand, would you listen to her? No. Instead, she just did brain rot things and then got rich and enjoys the billions. I'd much rather teach you how to get rich. Now, obviously, media has to be entertaining, so we have to do it in an entertaining way. But so far, I think you guys are resonating with the message. So I like that. I like that. And you guys stick on and you guys give me the space to be who I am. And I like that. And we actually do help, one, two, five, six, 10 people every week. And that's pretty cool. Now, if I could help 1,000 people every week, I'd want to do that. So I'm learning how to do that. But you guys do inspire me to keep showing up. Anyway, that's my problem with influencers. So if anybody asks me if I'm an influencer, the answer is no. I'm not an influencer, and I never want to be. Another thing with influencers is that an influencer, that's a job. Like even here, like if I were a streamer, I'd have to stream my entire day or like several hours a day. This right here is not my real life. I'll go live for 20 minutes out of my day. This is less than 1% of my day, right? Less than 1% of my day, which means that after I leave here, I have the rest of the day to live my life. Is 1% reflective of my entire day? Nope. I get to go have food with my friends. I get to eat. I get to explore the Amazon jungle. I get to sleep. I get to go work out, meet interesting people. I don't have to show you my entire day. I have privacy. I love privacy. I think the more this YouTube stuff grows, the less privacy I'll have. But I'm telling you, I love my privacy, man. All right, if you're just joining us, tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. Or if you're just joining us, tell me where you're watching from. We are talking about two things. Talking about influencers, my problem with influencers, and talking about this market crash. The market goes live in 15 minutes. So I'm really watching the market, really watching the market, making sure that you guys are actively and accurately looking at what's happening. Because if you're not, the market is going to leave you behind. But if you know what you're doing, you're going to get very rich. All right, let's. A lot of people who think that this is green screen. I feel sorry for those people. I'm gonna get my hair done soon. My hair looks kind of messy. It's fine. There's a lot of people who think that this is green screen. Yeah, you can't green screen this, bro. My life is content, so I don't need to make up anything. That's a bar. My life is content. I don't need to make up anything. This is my view. Oh damn, I can turn around. Boom. That's my view. All right. But I actually do want to go talk to my friend over there. Should we do it on camera? Because I hate, that I hate as well. I hate when people treat me like an outsider until they learn something about me, and then they treat me differently. And I find that happens very often. Damn, my stomach hurts. All right, let's go to my friend over there and see what he's doing. Gonna go live for maybe 10 more minutes. Let's see what he's doing. Hello, I'm coming to introduce you to my live. There are only two people on. The rest have left. But this is my live. I was telling them about you. Yes, we're talking about we're talking about influencers. So I was telling them about influencers. But yeah, feel like I'm gonna end it live soon. But this is my daily routine. I hit the gym, hit the pool, and then go live every weekday. Yeah, you know, my special diet. Protein. Yeah, yeah. And for lunch, I'm gonna have chicken and rice. I've been having so much rice, so much rice. Yeah. I know. When I came to Suriname, I wanted to be in a routine. It's nice to like tour and stuff, but I wanted to be in a routine because I wanted to really see gains in the gym. Yeah. Right now? Yeah, that's what I was working on. That's what I was working on. Yeah, dude. No, no, like Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, 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 yeah. Not like The Rock. That's too much. I don't think most women find The Rock attractive. Me? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's too much. It's too much. But people like Michael B. Jordan. He does. Yeah, he's got that look. Good morning. How you doing? I know, right? How you doing? How you doing? Good morning.